First carry for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the
things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it with Jacobs. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Again, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the 50, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. First down. It's Jacobs. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. He credited him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Newton looking middle, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Off play action, Newton. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Darnold from the gun. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
By the Raiders.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The ball carrier. He was taken down by Damon Arnett. A gain of 2. Brings up second
down and 8.
At the 50-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Raiders 7, Jets nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, tighten down.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Newton on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. And the intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Ashton Davis.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun snap for Newton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Las Vegas.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
2nd and goal.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Brings up 2nd and...
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Got a man. It's Mims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Darnold to Mims. First down, Jets.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Pierre Desir. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down.
At their own 30-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs now. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Carlson now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Webster. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
23, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the 44, Darnold. And the Raiders have... Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand a yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going